confirmation of the change to the Barcelona lineup. It's Carbonet, another one to come on. These are Alenia and Alfaro. Turan, another one of those to come off, as is Denis Suarez and Luis Suarez. Here we go again. Two real youngsters from the Celtic lineup coming on here in Jamie McCart, son of the academy coach Chris McCart, left-sided centre-half, and Anthony Ralston on as well, a young right-back who did play in a league game at the back end of last season. Effie Ambrose is coming off. And the other change for Celtic sees Ryan Christie coming on, and James Forrest coming on.
Forrest being replaced by number 17, Ryan Christie.
Only Emilio Izaguirre of the Celtic starting lineup now still on the pitch. It's going to be a substitute used by Brendan Rodgers. He's been quicker to use his changes, bearing in mind he's got that important game on Wednesday than his Barcelona counterpart, who's made just a half dozen. Samper, back to him from Camara. Now Vidal, he's got Alfaro out on that far side with him. Munir looking for him. Alfaro, the player in the odd-coloured boots. Back from Alenia. Now Marlon. Winston's header. Attempt from Camara to try and catch the goalkeeper off his line. Worthy of an attempt.
Yeah, great vision. So early, took it on. It's going with the top of the boot. Trying to clip it. See, there's just a little bit of cut spin on it, takes it away. Good vision from the young fullback though.
Going back towards Chifchi. Bele seeking out Christie. Then back by Camara for Barcelona. Here's Munir. And they're trying to slip that one through. Here's Alfaro. Back to Alenia. It was quickly closed down. Now Vidal. Great opportunity for the youngsters. There's Izaguirre. Now Chifchi. Alfaro, Alenia. This is Marlon, who's lucky to have been left out of the Brazilian Olympic team for his home Olympics. Now Martinez. Camara. Alenia. Affecting the block. Despite the changes made, no real change to the pattern of the game. It's still Barcelona dominating. It's Alenia who takes the corner, Munir who met it.
Yeah, unusual to see the corners been taken directly in, but from Barcelona normally try and work it in the wide area. Not a bad chance, only just getting in front of the back four.
It's Christopher Aya up there looking for Mr. Dembele. Here's Vidal. Sampa. Now Juan Camara. Much more of a B-team feel now to this Barcelona lineup, but no change in the way the game's developing as Sampa has made a lot of ground here. It's Aya who blocks his eventual effort, and Alan now has to deal with picking up the pieces. Is Aguirre coolly finding Armstrong. Now Chifchi. Here's McCart. Ball from Aya straight to Martinez, but Armstrong does well, retrieves it. And the touchback is by Juan Camara.
Yeah, needed a better ball. Dembele just wanted it pushed into the channel. A wonderful experience for the young boys of Celtic. Whether it's the B-side of Barcelona almost, as we see it just now, it's still a great experience for them to play in the Celtic jersey in front of such a huge crowd.
Here's Mujica. Now Martinez. Now Marlon. Here's Vidal. Long from Munir. This is Jesus Alfaro. Now Alenia. And the strike from Munir rises over.
Yeah, he is goal hungry, isn't he? You can see it, just wants to get shots away. Hungry to find the back of the net. Nice little feed in. Just lets the ball run through him. No danger to Fassan.
There's Aya. Dembele. Armstrong's ball seemed to fall short, but Allen did with it what he could, and now Armstrong again finds Rogic. This is Christie. Dembele. Trying to make inroads here. Dembele showing plenty of strength. Martinez held him off ultimately.
I think he's got one eye on Rogic for the pullback. I think he might have been better placed just to pull the trigger. Good feet, good strength. He's really struggled to make an impact in the Celtic jersey. And you can see here all about his power and strength. Just there, just let it go. He's trying to find Rogic, and there is no space. Criticised during the week for not celebrating the goal that Lee Griffiths scored over in Astana. They were so important away goal. There's a shot of him on the bench, not really getting involved in the celebrations, and he came under a little bit of criticism for that. I think that was purely down to the frustration that he's suffering at the minute in the Celtic jersey to get off the mark.
There's an expectation on Moussa Dembele, who's scored 15 goals in the Championship last season. It remains to be seen if he can translate that into goals in the Scottish Premiership. Here's Alfaro, looking for Munir, who's got his goal for Barcelona already. Now Alenia. And this is Marlon. Sampa. Vidal. Alfaro's made the run in behind, and it's cleared in the end by Aya.
Brilliant darting run from Alfaro.
product of Sevilla's academy system, although he never played a senior game for them. Alfaro again. Now Alenia, back to Sergi Samper, and this is Carbonet. Alex Carbonet. From Vidal to Marlon Santos. Now Sergi Samper. Wilson, who has to deal with it and does. It's back from Juan Camara. Now Marlon. Alenia. There's Camara. Spreading play well. What a pass it was as well to Alfaro. Here's Munir. A terrific ball from Juan Camara. They do plenty right at Barcelona, don't they? Here's Izaguirre. Now Chifchi. Under pressure and losing out. And here's Alenia. Vidal. All the way back to Jose Antonio Martinez. And this is Marlon. Having to hold off Munir, and then Izaguirre coming in to assist, finding Chifchi. It's back from Armstrong. Here's Rogic, tried to somehow stride through the Barcelona defence. He picked out the ball at least to Armstrong to have a go.
Oh, much better though, wasn't it, from Celtic? Finally getting into the final third with a little bit of purpose. Rogic powerful, picks a good pass out. Armstrong just trying to shift it to get a little bit of space, a little bit of sight of goal.
Here's Camara. Shutting down from the front, and that break gives an opportunity for some more changes. He's going to make an outfield change. That was the number that was held up originally, but they decided to make the goalkeeping change first. Jose Suarez, the player who's coming on in place the goalkeeper Massi.
Number 17, Munir Mohammed, being replaced by number 4, Sergi Samper.
So Massip's had a good run in this game, but replaced now by Jose Suarez, part of the UEFA Youth League winning squad of 2014.
Number 18,
Also off is Munir, having scored his goal, and Gerard Gumbau is on in his place. And another change sees Juan Camara go off, and on in his place comes Nili Perdomo. And also off is Jose Antonio Martinez.
Substitution for Celtic, number 3, Emilio Izagiri, being replaced by number 41, Darnell Fisher.
And so too is Izagiri, who's the one player who had started to stay on the field, but is no longer. He's been replaced by Darnell Fisher.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's attendance announcement is brought to you by Vivid Seats, the official ticket reseller of the 2016 International Champions Cup.
Is the other player who's come on for Barcelona.
All your favourite live events on vividseats.com. See more, sit closer with tickets from Vivid Seats. Today's attendance is 47,000.
Still got 2 substitutes they can use. Straight away they're trying to put through Rafa Ruyitsa. Here's Fisher. Now Ralston. Now Rogic. Aim for Chifchi, but Vidal was in the way. Here's Alfaro. Chifchi battled well to win it back, and Dembele looking for an opening here. And if he looked to his left, Chifchi was in plenty of space.
Yeah, his head's down. Just wants to get a shot away, doesn't he? You can see how desperate he is for a goal.
Celtic have been given the free kick there.
It's Carbonate comes in with a challenge. And Scott Allen, I've not seen him too far forward. I think it's his best position, Scott Allen. An opportunity, Chifchi looks as if he fancies it. Stuart Armstrong over the ball. Take the distance out. Well, Rob, to be some strike to beat the goalkeeper from there.
Well, it is just to the right of this pair if they do decide to shift it. This London defence coming out a long way. 10-yard distance from the ball as Armstrong leaves it for Chifchi to try his luck. Didn't come down enough.
No, it's a poor effort. Leaning back, trying to get the whip on it, get it up, just didn't have the dip whatsoever.
Potential for handball there from Alenia. Actually, free kick awarded in Barcelona's favour, is it? No, the referee has given it the other way. With a touch on the hand. This is Fisher. Now Chifchi. Looking for Ralston. This is Christie. Now McCart. Armstrong. Ralston. Well to get that through. And Christie. And here's the youngster Ralston. Held off in the end by Borja Lopez.
Yeah, he feels it should have been a corner. Scott Allen in the traditional place that I think most people would recognise him in. I think that's a corner. I think the Ramsey's got a point, tried to play it in. In my opinion, was blocked by Lopez.
Armstrong. Rogic tempted to have a go and does.
Yeah, again, like his first shot, just choking down on it a little bit.
International champions.
Nadir Chiefchi on his outside is not happy. I think he makes a good enough effort to get the ball. Far too narrow to be rolled in. The defender can intercept the pass. I think he's well within his rights to play the ball and take a pump at goal.
There's Alfaro, now at Lenya. They're looking for room for the shot. And Celtic not falling in that room. Now Chiefchi. Alfaro giving away the free kick, which Chiefchi seemed keen to get on with, but in the end goes back to McCart. And now here's Armstrong. Christie. Rogic, who's shown a willingness to have a go since he came on in this second half. Vidal. Now Lenya turning away from trouble with Armstrong. Did well to retain that, the youngster. Followed by Lopez. Here's Nili. Sampa. Lenya. Was the player who had the attempt that didn't really trouble Leonardo Fassan. It's very much the first building block for Luis Enrique. Games in the competition to come before the two legs they play in the Spanish Super Cup against Sevilla, and then their title defence begins against Betis in 3 weeks' time. There's Christie, just showed a little too much of that to the defender Nili.
Oh, so many substitutions made by Brendan Rodgers into the second half. You're just looking at who has made an impact, and I think you mentioned Tom Rogic. I think he's looked quite lively anyway, certainly since he's come on, playing in that advanced role. And he might be one that might just force his way into Brendan Rodgers' thinking for that huge game that Celtic have coming up during the week.
There's the second leg of their latest Champions League pre-qualifier against the Kazakhstan team Astana. They drew 1-1 on the plastic pitch in midweek. Crucial could that away goal from Lee Griffiths prove to be. If Celtic score against here, but it's Barcelona making the real impact. Carbonet just denied in the end by the challenge from Fisher, which was well timed. Chiefchi, nothing there for Nusa Dembele to feed off. There's Alenia. And Marlon. Here's Lopez. Here's Alfaro. And cut out by Aya just as well. Carbonet was right behind him and his eyes had lit up at that possibility.
Barcelona pouring forward. You see their 5 jerseys. Lovely little feed in, isn't it? Great tackle from young Aya.
Salinia's corner. Vidal. Nitsa looking for an angle. Now Alenia. It's away by McCart. Carbonate helping it forward. Alenia unable to get his shot around Aya. Armstrong. Now Rogic. Fisher. Now Chifchi. Allen. Now Sampa. Alenia. There's Vidal. Well, as often happens, the substitutions have disrupted the flow of the game in the second half. All the goals scored in the first. Barcelona round off what has been a good start to their preparation with another goal.
Yeah, it has. Typical pre-season friendly it's turned into now. A little bit of professionalism at the start of the match where it seemed real tempo, a real bit of purpose in it. So many substitutions just breaks up the flow of the match, and you can understand why it's gone a bit flat. But it has been a good exercise for Barcelona, and indeed probably with Celtic.
Upside of the substitutions is at least it's given those Dublin fans a chance to get even closer to Lionel Messi.
Well, what it will do if the supporters have come today, keep their programmes and whatever, might just see a star of the future. Might not remember him now or recognise him now, but certainly in a couple of years' time, a couple of these guys from the B-side could be household names.
Decent run this from Dembele, showed plenty of strength, but ultimately not able to carry it through. Here's Armstrong as we go into the 2 minutes of injury time that have been added on. Here's Rogic, and it was an opportunity for Christie, who was quickly closed down.
That's a great reverse pass from Tom Rogic. He has shown up since he's come on. A little over from Stuart Armstrong, must have got a call from Ryan Christie. Just took a poor touch.
Here's Sampa. Now Alenia. Trying it all the way from the halfway line, but then using the support offered by Vidal. And it's hooked behind by McCart. Final minute of stoppage time. Final chance for Barcelona to add another. So it's already been a decent workout for them. Marlon, the centre-half, fancies his chances of perhaps getting on the score sheet. Sampa at the edge, trying to make his presence felt. Alfaro has a go, can't get it through the massive bodies though. Rogic, now Chifchi. Alenia with a foul.
working back. I like the look of this kid. I think he looks as if he can play it, can mix it up. A strong looking midfielder on the left side. Looks like he has a bit of culture in that left boot.
Barcelona make a winning. Thanks to the main two men, probably, in terms of being a box office draw in Messi and Luis Suarez, but already perhaps an indication, as Robert slices it wide, of just how much catching up Barcelona have to do, because within 15 seconds of their first game they could have been a goal down thanks to sloppiness.
Yeah, real tempo and Celtic start. Lee Griffiths been the catalyst to that. This little man, he's got a left foot. I'm not putting him in the same bracket as Messi, but he certainly has got a lot of quality. He's trying to feed that outside the post with enough bend just to bring it inside. Just doesn't quite get it, but a promising start for Celtic.
A sloppy one from Barcelona. This is Celtic's 10th match since pre-season began exactly a month ago, and their only defeat in that time was to the part-time Gibraltarians, Lincoln Red Imps, in the second round of Champions League qualifying.
Beaton looks as if he's in a bit of discomfort here. Rob Turan takes a poor touch, and as Beaton comes in, you can see there, it's the weight of Turan's body lands on Beaton, and I tell you, he could be a little bit of bother here. Totally accidental. You can just see the left boot of Beaton just crumbling under the weight of Turan.
That's the last thing that Brendan Rodgers will need, another injury, bearing in mind the concerns he already has with a limited squad. And here Beaton looking to make the most of his opportunity in front of the new manager in this game. Outside looks with John Kennedy and Chris Davis' assistants there. Beaton off the field, Celtic resume. O'Connell finding Izaguirre, who lost his place in the starting lineup in the latter half of last season as Kieran Tierney emerged.
Yeah, we seem to say his goodbyes, but he's still here. Kieran Tierney, every bit the first choice for me.
That for now by Ambrose. There's McGregor. Ambrose having to be careful in possession. It's cleared eventually by Izaguirre up to Lee Griffiths.
We'll call that cool defending from Efe Ambrose. I know he likes to take a chance or two. I wouldn't be taking too many with the calibre he's playing against today.
He did play in the famous Champions League win against Barcelona, one of his most famous nights, but he did also play in the 6-1 hammering by them the last time the sides met in the competition. By Roberto, who is an option this season to play right back, with Dani Alves now having left Barcelona, but today that position is occupied by Vidal, who's made the run ahead of Messi here. Roberto. Beaton's involvement in the game may only have effectively lasted for a minute, even though he is back on the field and hobbling through now. Armstrong has been sent out to warm up. Cleared by Yanko to Patrick Roberts, who had that early opportunity for Celtic within the first 15 seconds of the game. That's put out by Mathieu.
I'm just watching near Beaton. He doesn't look too happy on that ankle, does he? Not moving great. Sometimes these things come back, and initially it's the pain's there and can run it off, but Stuart Armstrong been sent out just in case.
And that is the problem with pre-season fixtures squeezed in amongst important European games, in that sometimes your hand is forced and you have to play players for longer than you might have planned. Here's Mathieu, whose future may well be away from Barcelona. Roberto. Back from camera to Jeremy Mathieu. And here's Jose Antonio Martinez. Ball was aimed for Messi as Aguirre got in the way. Craig Gordon, very much the first choice Celtic goalkeeper. Griffiths' touch not coming off for Forest, and it's back by Martinez to Masip, who's been getting a rare opportunity in the Barcelona goal. He's hinted that if he doesn't really get an opportunity this season in the league, his future may lie elsewhere after a long spell with the club. Martinez. Now Mathieu. It's A thumbs up from Beaton to the bench, so he seems quite prepared to soldier on. He's moving a little more freely now. Here's Roberto. Now Lionel Messi. It's Denis Suarez who's moved on, but that's just too long for him.
Yeah, a little bit heavy on the ball, but the vision is always there. Always moving. Celtic trying to play nice and compact. It's a run of Suarez. The surface has been greased a little bit here, so the ball does bounce off. But he's certainly one to watch. Just nice to see him here in the starting lineup, Rob.
Well, his enthusiasm for the game is quite remarkable. He could have had off until the 1st of August. That was the amount of leave he was given, but it's his own enthusiasm that, not for the first time, has brought him back early in pre-season. Lionel Messi, one of those players who never seems to disappoint his audience. Camara, who's playing at left-back today for Barcelona. Normally a left winger, so you would expect him to take any opportunities he can to get forward. They've lost that raiding right-sided man since Alves moved to Juventus. And here's Vidal, who's hoping to fill that slot on a regular basis now. He missed the first half of last season. The offside flag is up here.
Yeah, well, the problem that arose there was Saidi Yanko got in the view of Turan, and that left Munir wide on the right himself.
There's O'Connell. Yanko's header. Brown losing out to Roberto. Messi left it for Luis Suarez, which didn't in the end turn out to be the wisest decision, Suarez being offside. Beaton picking out Izaguirre. Now Forrest. McGregor. Izaguirre to the Israeli Beaton. Looking to pick out Griffiths. This is Patrick Roberts. Still on loan at Celtic from Manchester City. Looking to cut inside again as he did effectively earlier. And that time it's wide again.
Yeah, great feat again. Patrick Roberts ended the season for Celtic last season in terrific form, and it seems to have just picked up, full of confidence. Scored a wonderful goal just a couple of weeks ago, and you can see it almost finding his range now, going for power that time, not the bend, just cutting across it ever so slightly.
He's the man who set up the equalising goal for Celtic against Astana in midweek, Patrick Roberts, but he's trying to take the opportunities himself here so far. He's been wide of the target on both occasions. Here's Martinez to Mattia. Vidal finding Messi. Denis Suarez. There's Turan. Martinez. This is Mattia. Turan resisting the pressure from Scott Brown. Now Messi. Camara had got forward on that occasion, but it was between he and Munir.
Patrick Roberts will need to do his defensive duties today again. During the week against Astana, when in possession, they were a three at the back. When not in possession, they went to a flat back four. But Enrique always wants promotion from the wide areas, and the fullbacks getting in, becoming forward almost. And I think the wide players of Celtic have to commit to that.
Here's Turan looking for Messi. Away by O'Connell. Now Forrest under pressure. Finds Izaguirre. This is McGregor. Roberto across the front of him, and he was covering that right back position then after Vidal got forward. Now Matia. Roberto, who might be expected to be the backup for Busquets, who is amongst the players still to come back on duty, and over the course of this International Champions Cup we would expect to see the Barcelona team gather in strength. They play Leicester in midweek, then Liverpool at Wembley next week. Here's Vidal, and he's given one man the slip, and he's pulled the ball back for Thuram to strike, and what a strike to give Barcelona the lead.
Well, there's what I'm speaking about the wide players of Celtic having to commit to their jobs of covering. The marauding fullbacks at Barcelona always encourage. Vidal makes a run, gets the ball, it's a little bit heavy, not prepared to put it in early, just waits, a little nutmeg, there you are, and it's a great little pick out. First of all, I think Celtic think it's coming to Suarez. One eye on Suarez, one on Messi, but he doesn't. He picks Thuram out at the edge of the box. And what about that for a cultured, controlled finish? Not going for power too much, it's all about direction. There's a little feel into the top corner with the instep and enough bend to see it by Craig Gordon, but it's a superb finish and a great move again. So accustomed to seeing from Barcelona.
Brilliantly executed finish for an 11th minute lead given to Barcelona by Arda Thuram. One of those players who they had to rest for the first half of last season because of the FIFA sanctions still in place against the club. But he's hit the ground running in this pre-season.
Yeah, it's a superb finish. Again, just all about the movement that they have up top for Barcelona. It just takes a focus from the defence of Celtic to the runners to the edge of the box, but still got a lot to do, Rob. A wonderful finish.
Not much that Craig Gordon could do about it. Here's Roberto. Now Camara. Here's Denis Suarez. This is Messi. Now Matia. This is Camara. Munir trying to pull it across, but Ambrose blocks the cross. And here's Patrick Roberts. Ambrose. He was liable to give heart-in-mouth moments to Celtic supporters when he gets a little too overconfident. Swing up against Griffiths. There's Thuram, the Barcelona goal scorer, to Matia. Here's Martinez. Now Vidal. Sergi Roberto. This is Munir. First touch just carried into the path of Janko, who's able to emerge with it. Matia. Roberto. Now Thuram. Matia. This is Vidal. Luis Suarez trying to help it back, but broken up by Scott Brown, who's here again. Back from Beaton. Now O'Connell. Flag up again against Lee Griffiths. Here's Matia. overwhelming, isn't it, for Barcelona?
Just a bit. I think Celtic will enjoy the lion's share of possession in their games in Scotland, but coming up against the boss in terms of possession.
Celtic open their league campaign in 8 days' time at Hearts before their last game in this particular competition. They're playing Inter at Limerick in a match that will revive memories of Britain's first ever European Cup success back in 1967 when the Lisbon Lions did their stuff. That is at Thomond Park in Limerick if any Celtic fans fancy going along. Here's Mattia. Now Martinez. Luis Suarez. Run back by Callum McGregor. And this is Beaton. Ambrose. An interception by Camara. Thuram finds Messi. Lovely build-up again from Barcelona. Roberts held up Camara, but he's still got a shot away, just into the side netting.
Yeah, well played. Again, Barcelona always looking for the punctured pass. Patrick Roberts this time does what it looks as if he could have given it up there, prepared to work back. And just as well he did. Just did enough to just narrow the angle. Craig Gordon, you wouldn't expect to be beaten by that type of shot, certainly not from that angle. But the first half, Rob, I think the groundsman could have only just been able to cut that side of the pitch. There's been so much action up here.
It's 50 years to the day since England's only World Cup win, and as part of their build-up to this tournament, Barcelona have been using the facilities that England hope will help along the next generation of successful stars at St George's Park. And even though this is their first game of pre-season, they look as though they've spent their time well in Burton, and they're very quickly getting into their stride. Beaton, kept in by Patrick Roberts. And he does give his man the slip. Roberts, who's done well in the game so far, just tried to do a little too much in the end, and Beaton took a reckless swipe which took down Roberto.
It's a waspish run, isn't it, from Patrick Roberts? I think he's certainly enjoying the occasion. A little bit of a showcase for his talents.
An 18-month loan from Manchester City that Roberts is having at Celtic. And amongst the goals as well of late, he scored 5 in his last 6 competitive games. This is Brown. O'Connell. Now Beaton. Griffiths.
This is better from Celtic. It was up until that point. Kiss a day. I'm just enjoying a little bit of possession, making Barcelona work.
Here's Martinez. There are many B-team players in their squad for this particular fixture. Senior team gradually being reintroduced after their summer commitments. Thuram, who played in all of Turkey's matches at Euro 2016, winning only the last one. Here's Munir. Thuram again. Now Roberto. This is Denis Suarez. Messi, who brought the curtain down on his international career after missing his penalty in the Copa America against Chile in the shootout. Messi takes over from Roberto and finds Arda Thuram. come from behind to a cultured finish in their previous match in this competition when Mahrez gave Leicester the lead, and they found a pretty decent strike of their own from an unlikely source in O'Connell. Well, they'll have to do the same again. But they're still on the back foot here. This is Munir. Now Turan. Messi. Roberts emerging with it for Celtic.
A good block by the referee on Messi there.
Give that man a contract. Here's Izaguirre. Griffith stays out wide this time. Forrest the man to make the move in the middle. And look, he's back defending. It's Luis Suarez. Rogers knows only too well.
Typical work rate though, isn't it? First game, working back into his own 18-yard box almost.
And back here from Brown as Mathieu is too casual, and Brown strikes! And that is stopped by the goalkeeper.
Yeah, well, the two best chances that Celtic have come from the slackness of Barcelona. First game, obviously, Scott Brown this time in an advanced position. Not got too much to aim at, just tried to put the laces through it, going for power.
Here's Messi, trying to play in Munir, just seemed to have the edge on Yanko, but he recovered. Roberto. The flag was up anyway against Lionel Messi. Brendan Rodgers managed Liverpool in a pre-season loss to Celtic here back in 2013, a game that Luis Suarez wasn't able to take part in. It's actually Celtic's third pre-season in Dublin in 6 years. They lost against Inter and beat a League of Ireland team in the Dublin Cup of 2011. Before that success over Rodgers Liverpool here in a friendly 3 years ago. Forrest offside.
Well, he shouldn't be. He's looking right along the line there. Nice little pick out from O'Connell. I love to see Forrest using pace. Sometimes he's always looking to get the ball to feet. It's so quick. Just to change it up a little bit, just deepen Barcelona off, then it'll allow the space that the boys can get into the middle and control of the ball.
Here's Mathieu. Now Roberto. There's Pancamara to Arda Turan, and it's away by Ambrose. Ambrose again, taking a chance against Arda Turan. Managed to get his way out of it though, and he finds Scott Brown and uses the option of Patrick Roberts. Brown carrying on his surging run, but that's asking too much of him.
Yeah, just a little bit. It comes from the composure again from Ambrose.
Here's Turan. Mathieu. This is Martinez to Messi. Arda Turan. Here's Roberto. Matia. Here's Thuram. From Munir to Sergio Roberto. Denis Suarez. Here's Messi. Great possession again from Barcelona. And will it lead to Messi scoring? He's eased out of the way in the end by Sadi Yanko, and that was a crucial defensive intervention.
Yeah, it was top defending. I think everyone went to the run-up. Suarez just saw the little slip ball to Messi. I thought he was going to take it first time actually. Great defending.
There's Vidal, who set up the only goal so far. And around Aguirre on this occasion. Now Roberto. This is Arda Thuram. Sergio Roberto again, back from Messi. Is Aguirre. McGregor finds Griffiths. And it's back from Camara. Good chance for Lionel Messi coming at the end of another long spell of possession from Barcelona, in which they worked it from inside their own half. It's been a very smooth start to pre-season, relatively so far, although Roberto now gives the ball away. This is Biton. So far when Barcelona have given the ball away, Celtic haven't been able to exploit it. Is Aguirre. McGregor. This has been for Owen O'Connell, who is Irish. He was on loan at Cork last season. And he's against the likes of Messi and Suarez after a week in which he's made his European debut and scored in the previous game of this tournament against Leicester, which he was also successful in the penalty shootout. Is Aguirre. Forrest this time manages to stay onside. Does he know?
Looked a tight one, but again, I think James should be caught offside. He's got the full view of the park to make sure that he is onside. Aguirre just stumbled a little bit. There's not much in it, but he is offside. You see the cut of the grass just helping out the assistant referee. This is Messi's opportunity. Just burst to life. Little ball there. Run seemed to go with Suarez, but then a little slip. I thought he was just going to take it first time, but Sadi Yanko, nice and strong across him. It's good defending, isn't it?
Messi denied by a player who had his problems with injury in his first season at the club. Played 14 games in the end, troubled by an ankle injury. Here's Brown. Matia. Scott Brown again. In by Yanko, but no one ahead of him to feel the benefit. Martinez coming under pressure. It's a gift for Lee Griffiths, and one that he wasn't about to spurn. Poor touch, and Celtic reap their reward.
That was the third mistake that Barcelona have done in terms of giving away cheap possession, and they've been punished this time. It's a real heavy touch. He's got one eye on James Forrest, but it's a horrible touch. Lee Griffiths can't believe his luck. This man is a little predator. To reach the milestone that he did last season, you can just see that he's not going to pass that one up. It's a real gift. Martinez will not want to see that again. And that's as easy as it comes. Certainly against Barcelona, they will not be complaining.
Horrible moment for Jose Antonio Martinez, a new recruit from the second string at Sevilla, who helped to promotion to the second tier in Spain. And it's a club where touch is generally so assured. It was very loose from the new man. Lee Griffiths wasn't about to pass up that opportunity.
No, just as he was about to receive the ball, he had a little look to the right to see James Forrest bearing down on him, and I think that was just enough to take his concentration away from the first touch.
Camera drives it across, oh, it's an own goal of Ambrose! He's turned it into his own net, just as Celtic had got themselves level. Another horrible moment for a defender.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's great play from Barcelona. But what they say about being most vulnerable just after you score. Patrick Roberts has a little look, doesn't do it all the way. It's a nothing ball. Surely Craig Gordon or Owen O'Connell must be aware of the situation and know that there's no danger they can allow it through him. And if Ambrose decides to take action, he's not in a position because he's always on the stretch. And it's horrible.
Devastating moment for Efe Ambrose and for Celtic, just as they'd got themselves level. 1 minute and 27 seconds after Griffiths equaliser. That terrible personal moment for Ambrose, and Celtic behind again.
Well, Owen O'Connell can see. I think Efe Ambrose maybe can be excused to a certain degree where his back's to the play, doesn't quite know possibly if Suarez has changed his run or not. But Craig Gordon can see everything. I think he's got loads of time just to allow it to go through his body onto O'Connell and then clear up from there. But it's horrible defensive mistakes from both sides.
There's Luis Suarez. And Messi. Is he looking to play Luis Suarez in, but it's away by O'Connell. Bittel. Izaguirre. McGregor, Martinez. Martinez now shared. Here's Roberto. Here's Turan. Bittel. McGregor. Griffiths. Forrest again offside.
Well, I think the ball should have been played by McGregor first time to Forrest. He'd already made his move by the time Lee Griffiths had seen him out the corner of his eye.
Rogers in tracksuit as opposed to the more casually attired Barcelona manager. Pressure from Patrick Roberts. Brown applying that pressure now to Camara. He's translated to the goal. Bittel. Griffiths with the touch. Now McGregor. Roberts. Bittel. McGregor lets him run. Griffiths trying to get around Vidal. Izaguirre's shot, which didn't really have too much power behind it.
Yeah, another mistake from Barcelona, allowing Celtic to have an opportunity, but a super tackle from Vidal. Griffiths just looking to pull the trigger.
O'Connell. Ambrose. Bittel. Brown. No concern now for Juan Camara from Brown's challenge.
Someone better tell Camara that Scott Brown doesn't do friendlies. Just takes a bad touch. He's not going to pull out of that one.
He's back on his feet. Scott Brown was sent off in a home defeat by Barcelona back in October 2013 for kicking out at Neymar before the decisive Cesc Fabregas goal. Here's Roberto, now Arda Turan. Luis Suarez attacking his run to stay onside. So a little bit ahead of him though. Here's Yanko. Now Ambrose. Roberts. Messi. And a turn away from Efe Ambrose. There's Aguirre. It's Forrest. Turan. Matia. Here's Vidal. Now Messi. And Turan had made the run and made it slightly too early in the linesman's view. Flag up.
Yeah, he's smiling because he knows it. Had the ball been a little bit quicker, and so often it does come quicker from Messi just there. He just take a little hesitation in the passing. There's not much in it.
Here's Forrest. Now Griffiths. Brown. This is Roberts. Bittel. There's Aguirre offering width. Matia had to make that. Griffiths just behind him and might still make something of it. It's cleared by camera in the end. Now Ambrose. Bittel striking from distance, but not really troubling Masic, the goalkeeper.
No, he has got that in the locker. He's scored some special goals at Celtic from distance. He's got that strike where he hits it with the instep and it goes up and dips. Not that time.
Here's Vidal. There's Aguirre hassling him.
Barcelona players are not allowed to kick it up the park. Apparently. Rob.
Vidal's got big boots to fill on that side after Dani Alves' departure. He's himself well so far in this first half. Forrest bearing down on him now. Given away by McGregor. Camera. There's Roberts. Yanko with a cross, which Griffiths could make nothing of. Here's Messi. Vidal. Matia. Camera. Messi. This is Luis Suarez. And goes to try and hold him off and being held off.
Good covering from Ambrose. Great little run from Suarez. It's actually a poor touch. Good strength. You can see Suarez with a handful of jersey.
Denis Suarez, now Vidal. Messi. He came in with a challenge, but what a ball from Messi. Out to Juan Camara, and Luis Suarez is in here and pulls it across from Munir for a simple finish. But what a well-constructed goal from Barcelona that owed much to the instinct of Lionel Messi in picking out the man on the left side in the first place, and ends up with a due reward.
Yeah, he already has a picture in his head. On a corner with a tackle there, but he can already see the other side of the pitch. Lovely little feed out wide, and the run of Suarez is perfectly timed. I thought he was going to just cut it back there. Took a little hesitation through the legs of Ambrose, and again, like Griffiths, it's a little tap-in that these quality of players will not miss. Again, all about the movement of Barcelona off the ball and the vision of Messi to start it. Suarez, you can see, he's not even looking up, he already knows who's in the middle for a tap-in. And so often, as the front players do at Barcelona, it's not about individual goal scorers, it's about just putting the ball in the back of the net. Fantastic break again from Barcelona, punish Celtic.
So the task to add to their single point in the International Champions Cup made all the more difficult now for Celtic, with a 2-goal deficit to overcome. And they had the task of finishing the job to claim the goal. Here's Brown. Now Yanko. This is Bittel.
So many times that Celtic have been on the switch, the quick switch, the way Barcelona shape up at the back, and they haven't done it. That's allowed Barcelona to get into